guys, it's Danielle Unicorn. I hope all is well. Today I am going to be doing my movie review on A Quiet Place, starring Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. Yes. So you know how I do my movies. It's going to be a spoiler, so if you have not watched this movie, do not watch my review until you watch the movie. So you know, I do my ratings between 1 to 10. 1, why were you created? You should have never just been made. 2, a 10. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. So with this film, I give it a 7. And I am going to go into my reasons why. So first off, I just want to say that Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, they did good. Those are probably the only two characters that I honestly cared about. The children were okay, but it could have been like better without them. But yes, I think they did good. I can't say anything more good about it. I would say like maybe the first, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of the film, it was good. And then after that, it was just like, WTF. I know I gave it a 7, I guess because of the rush, the fear that it did give me. Like, I like that. I think it did its job with scaring me with the creatures in the film and me fearing for this family's life. Like, it's really scary. Just having to be quiet, and any little noise, those things will come after you and snatch you up real quick. So when it came to the dad, played by John Krasinski, I think he did an awesome job. I honestly felt that he did not have to die. Like, he had grabbed the axe at the end of the movie as if he was going to fight that creature and stuff, but instead he just sacrificed his life. But he should have had at least like put up a fight against the creature, then he could have died. But that was just like one of my little complaints that I have about like the dad and stuff. And I have no complaints about Emily Blunt. She was a good, strong mother. Much respect to her. And I don't think I could have did what she did, be quiet during her pregnancy and stuff like that. So I don't have any complaints about the mother or anything like that. When it comes to the kids, the little boy in the beginning, very unfortunate that he died, but it showed that these creatures aren't playing with, if you make a noise, I am going to get you. And they snatched that little boy up real quick. And once again, it's just one of those things that I do like, where it shows no sympathy for children, like how the little boy from It, when his arm got like bit off by by Pennywise. Like, I was like, yes. But like I said, it's unfortunate, but it had to be done because he was kind of like hard-headed anyways. Like, granted that he was a little kid, but he knows that they need to be quiet, and he just didn't listen. But yeah, more about that. I know throughout the movie, everyone was just like feeling like they was blaming themselves for the loss of the little boy in the beginning of the movie. And I'm like, yeah, you should have blamed yourself. You know, you had the father that could have put his foot down more to his son, like, hey, you really need to be quiet. And he should have just did away with the rocket ship. And then you have the sister. She should have never gave him the rocket or anything like that at all. That did lead to, you know, that possibility of him grabbing the batteries like he did for that toy. And like Emily Blunt said in a movie that she could have carried him while they were walking back home. And yes, she should have. She could have. but she didn't. So yeah, they all want to blame themselves, and they're like, don't blame yourself. I'm like, yeah, you should have blamed yourself. I wish they would have did more with the other people that was living out in the woods too, because like John's family would like light the beacon, and then you would see other fires lit throughout the forest. I wish they would have did more with that. I wish they would have actually had a family that would, come over to their house and have dinner, and like they would have kids too that would play with their kids and stuff like that. Or like there would have been like an incident where something would have went wrong for John to go out and see if anything's going on with his neighbors and stuff like that. So I really didn't see a point with the whole firing of the beacons. That's what I'm gonna call it. If they wasn't like really talking to other people out there, even when it came to like the radio talks and stuff like that, they could have talked to their neighbors through like like walkie talkies and just the radio, and they didn't do anything with that. And that would have been like really cool if they had like more people in the film and stuff actually show that there is others that are going through the same thing like them. I felt for even myself like they showed too many scenes with the creatures to the point that it was like it did not give the family a time to breathe. But it was just like so convenient that these creatures was just like coming to their house. Like in the beginning of the movie, they didn't do that. Like they was not on them like the way they were towards the end of the movie. Like it was just too much. Like the creature going to the house when the wife was like in labor, and then like it goes away, and then it like comes back after she had the baby, like because the water valve busted and the husband left the wife downstairs with the baby in the basement, and it was flooding, and like those creatures are not quiet. So it just appeared in the basement, and I'm like, what? She could have heard that, but she didn't. So like just something like that. And the whole situation with the brother and sister being in the corn thing when they landed in the corn, like that creature came out of nowhere because the only entrance was jumping from the top, and there was no way that they could not have heard that creature coming down. Like out of nowhere, it was in the corn with them. And whenever her hearing aid and stuff messed up the creature, then he busted out the side of the wall. So stuff like that was like really irritating to me, and it was just a bit much, and it was just like they didn't have no explanation of where the creatures were coming out of. Like they just came out of nowhere, and like the creatures just pop up, and I'm like, come on now, like really? Like these people should have noticed. They were supposed to have noticed these creatures come, but they didn't. I don't know. I was just like, what in the world? The way that they showed like the ending of the movie made it seem like it's probably going to be a part two, but I hope it's not going to be a part two. I hope not. I do not want it to be. Like this was like good enough. This film reminded me of like something that would play on Netflix, like a Netflix original, like real talk. I don't think it really deserved to be in a movie theater. So, but to some extent, I thought it was a good idea of a film. It was just like towards the end, it was just a bit much, and I just felt like they were throwing like the creatures at them. When they would get rid of one, another one would reappear, and they didn't really show how it appeared. And yeah, I don't know. So my absolute favorite part is when John and his son, they're like walking back home and they run into this old man and his wife is like dead. And John is like, shush to the old man. And the old man out of nowhere was just like, ah! He got killed. Like, that was so funny to me. Oh, another thing I was annoyed with was the whole shh. Like, everyone has common sense to be quiet. No need to remind me. I'm not going to speak. I know what happens if I talk. I don't need you to shh me every 5 minutes of the film. I know that I need to be quiet. I feel like the creature in the film was off the chain. Of course, out of this world and too fast for him. That thing was so fast. Like, yeah. Like, I couldn't afford me to, like, make a noise because I know that I cannot outrun this thing and everything like that. To me, like, when I first saw it, I don't know what it reminds me of, but, like, the arms of the creature kind of reminded me of, like, the alien from Cloverfield. Like, just the arms. Not the head part more so, because his head was doing something way different than the alien off of Cloverfield. But, yeah, I'm just trying to, I want to do, like, guesses as to where the creature came from. I don't know. I feel like it was experimented on, like these were experimented people and they just mutated. But I doubt it. And it just kind of reminded me of like some Resident Evil type of creature too. So it's definitely not an original creature. Yeah, that's how I felt about that creature in this film. Not original. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere else before. I did like the colors of the film. Random. Like, I guess their clothing. Just a lot of like brown and burgundy and tan. I guess maybe to, well, the creatures were blind. So it wasn't to like blend in with anything. I guess that's just what their clothes were. I liked it. I usually don't dress in colors like that. I'm more bright. But I don't know. I really loved that look that they were going for. And I always wondered, like, when did they take baths? So this film, it's not the best. And it's good, but not the best so far of this year. I still have Owl Dogs all the way up there. And Pacific Rim is still below. And, you know, A Quiet Place is somewhere in the middle. So, good movie. It could have been done better. They should have slowed down on some things. But I don't know if I will watch it again. I mean, when it comes out on TV, yeah, but I don't think I could sit through it. Just like maybe my favorite part with the old man yelling. But yeah, that's my movie review on A Quiet Place. I hope you liked it. I hope you agreed with me and like saw what I saw in some of the scenes of the film. If you like this review, hit the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe, and share me. And thank you again for watching me and supporting me. And I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.